Please turn to page 227 for opinion writing. Our opinion writing are for stages 7 and 8. Stages 9 and 10 will be in the next chapter, and that's for writing an argument. Both opinion and arguments go under the persuasive umbrella. We're focusing on opinion writing, and this is for grades 4 and 5. And when you reach grade 6, that turns into an argument, again, under the persuasive umbrella. This chapter is for stages 7 and 8. When you write an opinion, you can write an opinion about a text or about a topic. At stage 7, your text or topic opinions will be 2 paragraphs. At stage 8, that will advance to where you will write essays. And those essays obviously will be more than 2 paragraphs. They'll have the introduction, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion in which you're giving your opinion about a text or a topic. When we talk about text or topic, let's look at that a little more closely. We have our text and we have our topic. Text is divided into 2 sections. One is literature and the other is informational writing. When we look under literature, we have narratives, poetry, and drama. For information, we're going to actually divide that up into 2 parts. One will be nonfiction narratives. And those nonfiction narratives could be autobiographies, biographies, or recounts. Now, a recount is just a true story. It could be a story about a battle that happened in the American Revolution where it has a beginning, middle, and end, and it's a true story. That's all that a recount means. So under information, we have nonfiction narratives, which could be autobiographies, biographies, or recounts, true stories. Let's go to the other side. That's where we have our expository text. And that's where the information is organized with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. There's our different types of text for literature, narrative, poetry, drama, information, nonfiction narratives, and then your more expository type of layout of information. A topic is anything in the world. So that could be a person, a place, a thing, an idea, an issue, a rule. It's anything in the world. A text is specifically text that you have read, you're having an opinion on. And what does an opinion mean? You're going to tell what you think or how you feel about something in that text or about that topic. We will use pages 228 and 229 to identify our subject and to form our opinion. On page 228, who or what are we going to have an opinion about before we actually form our opinion? Let's go back to what we were talking about previously, and that is you can have an opinion about text and you can have an opinion about a topic. When you have an opinion about text, it could be under literature, a topic, information. And here's our topic down below. If I was reading literature, narrative, poem, or drama is under our literature umbrella, what could I have an opinion about when I'm reading that narrative, poem, or that drama? I could have an opinion about the author's tone or point of view. The tone is the author's attitude about the subject in the story. Are they serious? Are they being sarcastic? Are they funny? Another part of literature that I could have an opinion about is the setting. And when I talk about the setting, what can I have an opinion about when I say the setting? Is it a cozy, warm setting? Is it scary? Is it antiseptic? What type of setting is it? And how does that impact the story? I could have an opinion about a character, their character trait. Were they greedy, compassionate, kind, evil? Or I can have an opinion about the character's actions and reactions. I could also have an opinion about what was the theme, or what was the moral, or the message of the story. Notice when you're forming your opinion and you're reading literature, you have to hone in on to, well, in that literature, what exactly am I going to have an opinion about? And that's our subject. So I identified that for literature. Let's go to reading a text, but now it's information. What could you have an opinion about when you're reading information? You can have an opinion about the author's tone or their point of view. Also, you can have an opinion about their qualifications and their trustworthiness. So all this can go together. Maybe you're having an opinion that the author was biased. You could say that this author is a neutral party, giving both points of views. You can have an opinion about if there was a person in the information. So you're reading a biography and you were talking about the impact of that person in the world or a character trait of that person. You can have an opinion about a place. If the information was about Disneyland, what's your opinion about Disneyland after reading about it? Or you can have an opinion about an issue or an idea or a message. So after reading this information, what's your opinion about the issue that was presented in it, or the ideas, or the message? We have our text, whether it's literature or information, and I have presented different ways that you could have opinions about that text. This is dealing with identifying some sort of subject for your opinion. Let's go to topic. For topic, that's anything in the world. So I can have an opinion about a person in the world and talk about how that person impacts the world, or give an opinion about that person. And I can identify a trait about what I think that person is like. I can give an opinion about a place. I can give an opinion about a thing. Anything in the world. I can give an opinion about what I think about swimming pools. I can give an opinion about what I think about a basketball, or about jump ropes, about food. Anything in the world that's a thing. And I could give an opinion about a rule, or I can give an opinion about an issue or an idea or some sort of message that I've learned about something in the world. This helps you hone in and have more of a focus when you're looking at the entire piece of literature, information, or a topic. Here's our subjects. Let's go to the next page. Once you identify the subject of your opinion, on page 229, what you'll see is I have a chart here that helps guide you to form your entire opinion. Notice the first step in forming your opinion statement is to figure out who or what is your opinion about. Well, I just previewed all that. Is it about a text, an idea, an issue, a person, a place, a thing? So first of all, you're figuring out who or what is my subject of my opinion. After you do that, then you have to tell what you think or feel about that subject. And these boxes below go into more detail about what it means to think or feel about a subject. And notice I have two sides on these boxes where I could say it could be an appraisal, like something is hard or something is easy, or something is wonderful or horrible or valuable or invaluable. It's an appraisal. Or your opinion when you think or feel could be advice, what someone should do or should not do. Another way that you could think or feel about your subject is identifying a trait. They're sneaky, they're clever, they're bright. You're giving some sort of trait. You could also give an opinion about the importance of the subject, how it's necessary, it's optional, it's worthy, it's valuable. These are the importance of that subject. Or you could give an emotion. You could say that you think or feel something is funny or silly, that they were timid, that they were terrified. That's your emotion. The last one is a critique. You could say something is gorgeous, adorable, lovely, or hideous, horrid, disgusting. So there's your critique of something. So notice an opinion is first the subject. Who or what am I having an opinion about? And we're looking at either a text or a topic. Then, what do I think or feel about the subject of that text or topic? And there's our opinion statement. We know what an opinion statement is. Let's go to page 230 so we can look at our standards when we're writing an opinion. What needs to be in that opinion? In the top boxes, you'll see our standards for 4th grade and 5th grade, because at those grade levels, you are writing an opinion in your Common Core. You have your standards listed out, and then you have your stages of writing, the lessons that you're going to teach opinion writing to your students. Below that, you'll notice that we have the opinion chant. when you're introducing to your students what an opinion is, when you're starting off your lesson, you're going to let them know using the opinion chant. And also your scope and sequence of the lessons and how I suggest you would walk through this scope and sequence in order to teach opinion writing to your students. First, you would always introduce what an opinion is to your students using the chant. You're going to go, I, the writer. And then the next part is, I'm going to give my opinion about a topic or text. So you're going to hold up fingers and say to the kids, this is your audience, and here you are, and you're giving your opinion about a topic or text to your audience. So we'll do it again. I, the writer, give my opinion about a topic or text. The last part is, and then I call in the team to back me up. What do I do, everybody? I call in the team to back me up. And at that point, I could stop in my chant and I can list out literature and I can list out information and explain that to the students. Then we go back and say, okay, I can have an opinion about text, literature, or information. Next, I say, and a topic. So then I talk to them about how a topic is anything in the world. Let's go back in our chant. I, the writer, can have an opinion about a text or a topic. And then what do? I call in the team to back me up. This is what we're doing. We're going to use team to back up our opinion. T is for transition. E is for evidence. I need to have evidence from the book or evidence from something in the world to back up my opinion. A is analyze it. Analyze that evidence. How does that evidence back up your opinion? And finally, M is make it matter, make it matter. How does this matter? How does this connect back to the world? So we have a transition, evidence, analysis, and make it matter. That's how we're going to back up our opinion. So the anachronism team is important in all of our opinion lessons. Let's go to our scope and sequence of lessons. At the beginning of the year, we're going to start off with what I say is a summary and oral language practice. If they're reading a text, then they're going to give a quick summary of what that text is about. Notice I'm saying quick summary, not a full-on summarization of a story or a text. Just quickly tell the reader the author, the title, and the gist of the information or the story. Or I'm going to summarize by giving some sort of background as to why I'm having an opinion about this topic. So what issue, what event, what happened that led me to this topic which I'm having an opinion. So we're going to practice saying a summary of a text after we read a text and have an opinion about it, or just when we have a topic, we're going to practice summarizing what led us to that topic. After our summary, then we will have our opinion, where we will state, our opinion, and back it up with a team, where we will have our evidence, analysis, and make it matter. Notice I have all the elements of what you need in order to present your opinion, but I'm only going to do this through an oral language activity where we're just backing it up, we're saying it, and the students aren't writing anything down. Why? Because there's so much they have to learn. I don't want to have a bunch of writing on their paper yet. They just need an oral rehearsal of summarizing and team. Once they get pretty good at orally producing an opinion, then I move to stage 7, and that's where we're going to have 2 paragraph opinions. Paragraph 1 is going to be their summary and their opinion, and paragraph 2 will be a team. When you go to stage 8, that means that they can write out that 2 paragraph opinion pretty well. So at stage 8, what are they going to do? They're going to go to the regular organizer we've been using all along with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. The introduction will have the summary and the opinion, and the body will have your teams. And it could have 1 team, it could have 2 teams, 3 teams, and finally your conclusion will have a conclusion and a reflection where you reflect back on the entire opinion. This is my scope and sequence. Notice we're starting off with just oral language rehearsal to learn how to form an opinion and how to back it up with 1 team. Then we go to stage 7 where we start adding the writing piece, but we're only sticking to 2 paragraphs and 1 team. And finally, we head on to the essay, where they're going to have at least 2 or 3 teams in the body. On page 231, you will see here is the stage 7 with the organizer, with the so team, where we have our summary, our opinion, transition, evidence, analyze it, make it matter. And we have that all listed out for you to see this is what we would use. I have this as a black line master. You do not need to Xerox that off. You could have kids just take a piece of paper and write so team on it for your lesson. You don't need the black line master. It's here if you want to start off that way. And underneath stage 7 is stage 8. And this is our 5-paragraph essay. It doesn't always have to be 5 paragraphs. It could be 4 paragraphs. Maybe you're only going to have 2 teams in the middle. But here's your introduction, your body, and your conclusion, where in our introduction, we're going to have our so, our summary, our opinion, and then in the middle, we're going to have our teams. And then at the end, we have our conclusion and our reflection. That's our overview for opinion writing, all the elements of what is required in an opinion and how to back up that opinion. Let's go to our next video where we will start with stage 7, a 2-paragraph opinion where we can learn so team. Let's get started.